Dr. Alexander is a former NASA fellow where he worked with scientists at Goddard Space Flight Center to transform our understanding of the sun and solar wind through auditory data analysis. He's also the co-founder and CEO of Aura Labs, where he is focused on developing innovative technologies to promote deep, slow breathing. Again, so happy to have you with us. Robert, I know that during this time, you've been helping many people ground and manage this challenging season that we're in, specifically using breath. Can you tell us a bit about the science behind intentional breathing and how this can support the work that we do?
Absolutely. And I'd like to begin just by adding a bit to that backstory of my work as a NASA fellow, because during my PhD, I was showing up for my educational experience and really getting a lot out of it when I was struck by this health condition that totally rocked my quality of life. What I found was able to restore balance for me was just returning to my breath in these moments. And I traveled around the world and was able to actually take part in various forms of learning how to deep breathe and to cultivate just a sense of presence and connectedness to myself through the breath. And as a researcher, I continued to dive deeply and then built this company around an understanding of how connecting with deep, slow breathing activates our parasympathetic nervous system, which gets us out of the fight and flight, kind of like reactionary mind, and drops us into the rest, digest, and heal space that's always accessible and that's always here to us in our bodies. And this is going to help us to navigate in a way where we come into each situation with full presence and a full sense of interconnectedness and a connectedness to our potential. So I'd like to lead us in this guided breathing exercise now, and then have us set some intentions for the day, if that works for you.
That works perfectly. And Robert, I can almost hear that there are some people who are thinking, you know what, I am extremely busy, and the idea of just taking time to intentionally breathe might feel very trivial. What would you say to someone who feels that way right before getting into kind of the practice of it?
Absolutely. I'd love to acknowledge that we're all coming from different places right now. Every single one of us woke up in a certain place this morning, and we've got so many things going on in our minds. So what we're doing as we come together to connect our breath is that we're just anchoring our attention on something that's right here in this moment. Every single one of us is bringing our full selves to presence. And our breath is an anchor that's always here for us right now. It's always happening behind the scenes. And when we can actually just tap in and feel that and utilize it as a resource, we're able to show up fully for students, we're able to show up fully for communities, and we're able to fully show up with a sense of safety by knowing that the support is always here for us.
Wonderful. All right, well, we're ready to join you. So I yield the space to you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let's all just start by acknowledging that we have bodies right here and right now. So you can just roll out your shoulder, roll out your neck, because we're going to bring our full selves into this tremendous learning opportunity. Now, as you bring your awareness into your breath, just notice how your breath is moving right now. You don't have to change it, just notice it. Now place a hand on your chest and your belly. We're going to invite our breath to flow down all the way into the belly area. And this activates, again, the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to relax deeply. So with a hand on the belly, let's take a deep breath into the belly now and lift the spine, breathing in and exhaling and releasing and relaxing. You can roll out your shoulders. And even just one deep breath can feel really good. I'd like to have us take several deep breaths together now. We can follow along with this kaleidoscopic visual that's going to come up on the screen, and we're going to use this to pace our breathing. So we're going to follow along with this visual that will come up on the screen, and it's going to help to optimize our breath at 5.5 breaths per minute. So we're going to go ahead and just take a deep breath in, breathing in now. All the way in, and relaxing out. Letting any stress or tension just flow out of our bodies. Breathing in, fully in, a little more, stretching the lungs, and exhale, wonderful, and release. Now, taking a deep breath, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, wiggling your shoulders and your neck, wonderful, and exhale, release, real ease. Continue breathing in this way and connecting with the feeling in your body. This enables us to show up fully in authentically, to recognize the potential that's right here in this moment. We're anchoring our attention on our breath to create a place of safety within ourselves, where we know that we're fully able to show up for this learning experience. So now breathing in, feeling that interconnectedness. And now I would like to invite you to go ahead and just close your eyes, continuing to stay connected to your breath, and visualize around you now the circle of students, of young people who will be benefited by this work that we are doing here today collectively. They are benefited by the way that you as an individual are showing up and contributing to this group, contributing to this world that needs you so much right now. And those students see the communities wrapping around and supporting them, see the families wrapping around them and supporting them, and recognize that the work that you are doing is uplifting all of these individuals. Recognize the importance, all of the effort that you've placed to this moment, everything that you've done to get here where you are, all the lives that you've touched and all the lives that you will touch moving forward. And I invite you to just welcome in this wave of gratitude from these students, from these young people, just to see them lifting you up with their eyes and just sending you a thank you, an authentic thank you from their hearts. Continuing to stay connected with your breath and just welcoming in that sense of a thank you. As they feel your support, they are lifting you up now so that you can fully engage in this co-creative learning opportunity, recognizing your importance, the important role that you play in the lives of so many in this world. The lives of so many who you may never have a chance to meet individually, and yet you are transforming them nonetheless. So we'll go ahead and take one last deep breath in together now, and you can go ahead and just stretch out, feeling the presence of this moment, relaxing. You can kind of shake out, and we'll go ahead and fade out the video as we slowly open up our eyes with this feeling of connectedness in our bodies. Just inviting a single word to arise that captures the essence of this feeling. The feeling of staying in connection with those that we're supporting. A single word to anchor this intention. The intention for how we want to stay connected with the deepest meaning, the deepest purpose. Stay connected with those that we are serving. So just invite a single word now, whatever that word is, that helps remind you what we're doing here today. A single word. And then when you're ready, share that word in the chat. As we're sharing these words in the chat, you're going to see the words of others,